Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader and one of the coaches at TradeGATEHub. Listen, the summer's winding down. Share screen right here. It is August to August 29th. I mean, Labor Day it's a 3-day weekend coming up on Monday. So, you know what? Like I said it the past couple of weeks, it's not really. I have a couple of things going. I have a son going to college and everything, but I don't really believe the fact that everybody's coming back from vacation because you can trade anywhere at any time. And, the more that you're aware of that and more you see that opportunities, the bigger people, if you will, they won't let those opportunities go. So I'm being out this week. This is the final week. I'm looking forward to, getting in and hammering down until the winter. We're just going to go on a hell of a run. And for those that you have been in the room and been with us and weathered through some of the tougher times that we've seen throughout the past 6 months or even year, I applaud everyone. And everyone's making great progress. I'm really proud of everyone. All right, so let's go to Monday morning, as everybody knows, is the most important data. Nerve, nice going. Listen, if you want these little about nerve, if you want these little positions to work, don't watch them. You know what I mean? Just put it away. It's going to have a dollar down print and going to take people out of longs. Trust me, it's going to be a funky situation. Moderna. You know what, Gerard? Well, you know what? Thanks for posting, G. Let me go through the Monday morning routine because, as I say all the time, it's the most important. It almost all the data that I post, but they always excuse the part. One of those boys. Oh, it always trickles through and comes down. You know what I mean? It's almost like a never-ending story going through Monday through Friday. Okay, so here we are. All right, good call, Joe. But with the ABC pattern, he posted it, and these are the guys that I follow for macro level. So there it is. I wouldn't mind if we hit another B area so I can get out of some long. So there's the C. I don't know. Listen, a lot of debate is up if we test new lows. I don't think so. I gave that dissertation, if you will, last week because a lot of stocks are well above their lows in various sectors. And it would have to be if the market were to correct to that level, I think it would be rotational still and not just a whole implosion. Although from what I'm hearing, Europe, and Gerard has been telling me this for some time, is a little bit weaker than I think that we're letting on to. Okay. Short-term sentiment, boom. We're oversold. But is the fact that oils are going down today helping the sentiment, or oils going up today helping the sentiment stay afloat? Because if the oils were down today and tech was down, we'd be like, well, not historical, but if those that follow us again, it's right there. So oils are holding up, like I said. So if it wasn't for that, we'd be in a real good situation. But there's no surprise that Oxy's been the best of breed. PDD, I mean, as frustrating as it is turning out to be a best of breed. Now we'll see if this one day wonder holds true, if you will. Okay, so hedge funds, they trim the short positions in futures, and that was evidenced by the squeeze. And they add to long Nasdaq exposure. So let's look right here at the QQQs. Now they're late. They flinched. Hi, coach. Listen, they added to long exposure, so they top ticked it. So they started buying, at least covering their shorts here. Now they're adding to their exposure. We probably get down to 300 on the Qs, and that would be my sweet spot to add to my best of breed stocks. And everybody knows what those are. For example, Apple. Square is arguably not best of breed anymore, but I'm adding to these big companies. I'm playing the low floaters, except for a couple of them, have become they'll become obsolete, if you will. And you know what? Joba asked a good question about nerve. Is nerve a short squeeze or are there fundamentals? The bottom line, look at nerve. This is fundamentals. You know what I mean? It just got thrown out with the baby with the bathwater with the bios. It is a catch-up play from late last year. You know what I mean? It had split 10 for 1, so it's really like $1.70. And trust me, I know what it is. So it went through that 10 target. So here's nerve. You know what I mean? It can go back to 70. It needed a catalyst. It has a big catalyst. Stevie Coe took an 8%, an 8%. Guy owns the Mets. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's necessarily knows exactly what he's doing, but he took a big stake, and that's a catalyst. So we'll yet to see if the shorts are out of it and the stock settles appropriately and follows with solid fundamental news. That's what you really want in this type of combination. So go back to TGH. Nerve 1380, $1.30. So it goes to at least 210. So I'm looking post split. Hold on. And I know this stock very well because I have a bunch load of it. 210 would be $21. 210 was the previous resistance. So $21, if I remember correctly. So it's really like $1.83. So it goes to $2.10. That was $21 with $2.10. If I go to this is not split adjusted, it's incorrect right here. It's not split adjusted. So I can't even go back. Let's go to Nerve Weekly because I'm going to help everybody figure this out. So obviously you see here, 1583 is the big point. That's going back to 2016. So, that 1583, that's the point on there. Coach, hope you had a nice weekend. Back to the fundamental data. And going back this week. So I got to go through it. Okay. Upgrades, downgrades, plan for the week. Sentiment indicator. Where we stand on metals, the fear greed model. Remember when we were all pinned down there for a long time and nothing was happening, and it took a while, and then the springboard happened and they covered the shorts. And you know what? A lot of these stocks are back down below where they were after a 20% NASDAQ rally, i.e. Shopify, Twilo, S&P, NDX, crude gold. Sentiment, it's a tool. Hedge fund exposure. All right, self-explanatory. E-wave, for those that follow the waves of the Elliott theory, obviously here, going here, is another C motion. And that was what we had at the top of the hour, or the top of at 11 o'clock. Right here, the C wave. So let's see what happens there. Sector sentiment, S&P, how it's mirroring Bitcoin. Citi, what can move the markets next week. So this should be your plan, whether it's going to be by noontime today or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, going into the 3-day weekend. This is something to set your plan up with. Be aware of it. Write it down. ABC again, coin. Nice chart for Helene on a macro view. Where's Nerve? Nerve hits 14. Don't watch on that thing. All right, coin had a nice move, right? Helene called the bottom on it. Coin printed 65 when I went to 69. Coin. All right, read economic numbers, upgrades, downgrades, reaction to the boring PDD. It's up 15%, and now PDD's up like 25%. So we give you the moves. Base metals, good questioning, G. Everyone is bearish, not so much. So this is it. This is preparation this guy does. I have a notebook, everybody knows, but this is preparation. Let's look at like the best of breed EMPH. Potential third week of a base, lowest volume. So it's a base with low volume, and that's what you want. You don't want it to be basing on high volume because that would mean everybody be rotating out. Buys would be meeting sells. Suave, Tesla still finding resistance at 200 days. So let's look at Tesla. This gets pretty good. I mean, actually, he's a guy, but there's Nerve. Tesla, 200-day resistance. Boom. Now it's got the support. He's a little late. So he's got what? Moss, CF. Moss was down huge this morning. And they bought it right back up. 59, 60 could have had it. CF, same thing. They flushed it. So this person here, you should only follow him, but has very good preparation. Very similar to mine. A little bit more detailed. I mean, I kind of get the picture on it. It's just after I do it every day, it just sticks in your head. It's also all as we say all the time. When it comes to game time, these things are automatic in my head. Hopefully they'll be in yours too. Gapping up and down, we give it to you. There are the levels for the future. So what I would maybe Lewis, you could do maybe and help us out maybe once a day, or just draw the charts and where I post these ES, like how we drew the lines and maybe post and see where we are. Relax and take some time to absorb. It's a 3-day weekend and we're in stalking. It's either stalking week or just take some money out of the market and day trade. So I'm down in TTD. I took some off today, thank God. But Lewis, I thought the market would hold around these levels of potential relief, but seems to prepare for another leg down. But Lewis, even if he's wrong, he still has a plan. And I want what Lewis is. I wanted to put those plans in and do it and overlap it with the ES, with the futures, if you will. It'll help you execute that plan later. Snow, there's Nerve. Everybody's in the room. K-Web, we like it. So any other questions here? Hi, Mike. Let's see what the wise guys are doing coming to today. Share screen. What's going on with the flow show? All right. Tal bullish, China, FCX bullish for G money, BBBY bullish. They still want to squeeze the Bed Bath & Beyond, but you know what? Stocks them. But the Bed Bath and Beyond, it's just an active stock. I don't listen. It has made its move done with all the volume it did, but it's an active trader. You know what I mean? Don't have opinion if the company's going to go bankrupt or go to 100. If the futures are going down nicely, and the stock is not, buy a couple, but whatever it is, buy 20% of your allotment and add to a winner. Tal, there it is right there. Trying to play, obviously. PDD, been bullish calls all morning, I'm sure. Okay, let's go to here. TradeGATEHub, any questions? No. TradeGATEHub live. I have 2 TradeGATEHubs open. Stocks here, AMD under the 50-day. AMD is under the 50-day. That was good, bro. That followed through, huh? In Nevada, here's AMD. Wouldn't touch it. Now I have no interest below the 50-day. Anything below the 50-day, I don't care if they make widgets or cereal as a short, at least resistance-wise until it recaptures. And you know what? Stocks like, look at Asan. The market bounced 20%, the NASDAQ, and this stock went down to come to new lows. Man, that's bad. Asan. Let's look at the other ones. I haven't looked at this one in a while. Plan. Oh, Plan got taken over. What am I talking about? PBD above 71 still. Nope, that did printed above the 70 and came in. So the high on PDD, it should be a big block, but it wasn't because that was nice and even flow. So the double top on PDD is above 70. I am not going to short it, but nope. Okay, let's look here. Bar chart. Okay, very simple. Well, we're interested in stocks, range change. All I'm interested in. I have my notebook, just like that other guy. Okay, so I'm interested in volume. And okay, so I'm interested. PDD to no sub. See this, guys? Listen, this is a good point. I showed it, 1440 PDD 4 or 5 times. So okay, just go to here. It has heavy volume and good range. You're interested. Nerve 1 and 2, the 2 stocks I talked about. 3 stocks I talked about. Tal, and you know what? Mara, CCJ brought that up. Riot brought that up. CGC having a little. So this is what you want. You want to, you know what? Even price. You want a higher range. The stock might not have a lot of volume. For example, RCOR has a huge range with 1,000 volumes, but even who has the most range? Nerve, CMRX, UECO, uranium. So there's no surprise there. Uranium. Let's go to the downside. It's very simple. It's that easy. And I think Gerard was picking up on this pretty good. So it has good range and good volume. JZ, BWAY, no interest. SJ, also all these little dudes. So nothing that's really, let's look at volume. Nothing that's really slapping me in the face. Like it's not Microsoft, it's not Apple. It's 3M, it's Bristol Myers. Okay, not big deal. Carvana, dog. Listen, look, Carvana. You know what I mean? You want to talk about that model. Here's Carvana's chart with the rally, with the short squeeze. The harder it went up, the more they squeezed it. Stock went to 27, 57 2 weeks ago, 60, we'll say, to 30. Cut in half Carvana and not even oversold. So you get the picture. Again, let me go to another tool that I use. Let's look. I say it all the time. I have my proprietary tool. Here it is right here. This is what I use. I use this one for all my alerts. But that's me. What else? Live trading room. Let's go to stock scanner. Stock scanner. Okay. Let's look at moving up now and just press the time. So SO, PPL, SHIP, not very bullish for the market because they're utilities and oils and Kellogg and cereal. So I've been BJ, bet you're moving down now. Oh, GSM and oil. No, it's got to be Tex moving down there. Tex and banks. What's here? Nerve going down now. I don't know. Well, that's short term. Apple, Fitch, Tex, no banks. So they're still taking semis down. AMD, Bed Bath and Beyond going. The futures, it must be breaking a little down. Carvana. All right, so let's go to this. Break out of a range. Write it down. Put it on your screen. Break out of a range by time. Nerve is still in a range over 14. PDD, go to. Exxon, JKS, another Mike V pick. Crude, Tal, APA. You get the picture, right, everyone? That's what you do. Very simple. Then come back, put a couple of stocks on your screen, watch them. Also see if they have, who else is moving in the group and everything like that. And that's it. Apple. What's going on? LQDA calls, not interested. HYG bearish, adding in Tal. All right. Everybody know what TAL is. There's the chart. It goes with EDU. They're in TAL. They're in EDU. EDU doesn't look that bad. So you know what's good with Pop First was that FUTU. FUTU I bought this morning and I sold it because it just didn't hold. FTU I bought over the 50-day and it was above the 200. No, it wasn't. I thought it would go above the 200. I sold it. What else? What else is doing? JD. Now it's got to hold it. See, there's the JD. Now it went rip, man. The 3-day rip, as usual. You know the 3-day rule. Pulled back a little bit. Now it's sitting at the 200-day. We'll see how BABA works. We'll see how JD does. We'll see how TAL does, and we'll see how BABA does. Okay, SARK. Yeah, these guys were on the SARK in the room. So the room. They were in the SARK. I don't trust it anymore, though. The move's been made. You know what I mean? It's a 3-day weekend. LQDA risk for late shorts. All right, so it's getting a little late. Any questions, gents, or anybody else? I'll leave it at there. You know what I mean? I'll share my screen. Coach, great video at 9:30. I'm going to go watch it now, and we'll be back after lunch. Remember, everybody, relax. As I said before, there's plenty going on. Some green names, stocks with new 50 lows. You know where you get all these? Right here. You don't even need a query. Where's my boy? You should be following who I'm following if you're not doing it already. If you're not, you're losing. You have right there. You're losing an edge. Swing trade bot. This guy's good. All right. So 50-day support today. It's important. 50-day, right? Don't I always bring it to 50-day? Rose again only 3 minutes ago too. Rose above the day's previous high. Good to know. Where's the other guy I follow? Swing trade bot. Stock beep scanner, and this is stock beep scanner. This is also the same one I use here, stock beep scanner. They also have a Twitter feed. All right, so stocks that are breaking out in the morning, we already mentioned them. JKS too. Anybody in this? JKS? Lewis in DK, DQ, Dairy Queen, pullback. All right, you got 37 minutes. Stocks with high relative volume in the opening hour. Okay, you have to be in this. PDD, CMRX, and GTU. Write them down. So I'm going to leave it at that and checking gold. Oh, that's Lewis's old. All right. So like it's a long way to go. If you missed the video or you want to go and catch back something or miss something what I said, go to the Red YouTube channel. I'll get into the groove again, guys. I'm telling you. I'm just trying to come up with the third quarter or fourth quarter plan. And like I said, you either take money out of the markets like it seemed Lewis did, or set up for some long-term good bases and trades. Don't do it. The swing trading is getting a lot of people into trouble because they're starting with small positions because it's a swing trade. Then all of a sudden, some people are adding to it, and now all of a sudden you have more than you want, and you're down. And it's and then you're going to marry and watching the quotes. Just don't do it. All right. So keep tuned to the TGH. Welcome complaints, comments. All welcome. Like I said, I got a thick skin. I'm sure everybody else has in the room as well. So I'll leave it there as of 11:20 a.m. on Monday.